Hello, how are you guys doing? How you doing? Hope you're doing fine. Hope you're doing great. Hope you're excited to see me as much as I am excited to see you every time I come here. And every day I'm like, okay, watching the time. Okay, 6 o'clock, I have to come, right? How are you doing? How are you doing? How are you doing? Great. So today we're gonna have another live. We're still learning about the microbiome. Yes, that is a long studying because there is so much to learn about the microbiome. So welcome. If it's your first time coming here, welcome, and we love you. We want you to stay with us and that we might learn together and grow together and to get our health out of health. If you are a French speaker, si tu parles le français, c'est à midi. If you're a French speaker, it's only in the morning, at noon that we speak. So at night, 6 p.m., this is for the English speaker people. Okay, so we're gonna still continue to learn. Let me know where you're from. Let me know what you were, if it's your first time coming here, and let's chat. Thank you, Nora, for your like. Thank you for joining, and I'm asking you to share the live because there is so many people that need to know that there is how to take care of themselves. You know, it's not every single thing that we have to run to the doctor. Doctor is great. Medicine is great. Allopathic medicine is great for emergency. But there is so many little things that we can do ourselves if we know them, if we know how to take care of ourselves, if we know how to take care of our body, our skin, our inside. And right now I am gonna give you some really good nuggets to know how to take care of yourself, to recognize yourself too, because sometimes, you know, you don't really know why you're acting like that. You don't really know what in your body is doing that. But as you are listening to me, you're gonna see you're discovering so much thing, and you're like, oh my gosh, I need to do this. Oh my gosh, I need to do that in order to be more healthy. Okay, so if you are with us today, let me know what is your name. My name is Perpetue Robert, and I'm streaming from Quebec in Canada. It's the French part of the city. And what about you? Where are you streaming from? Where are you looking at me from? Let me know. And I invite you to ask your question in the comment below, and I will do my best to answer them for you. Okay? So, is it your first time coming? If it's your first time joining me live, so let me know about you. Okay? So, in today we're gonna cover what we call the autism spectrum disorder. Okay, have you heard about that? Is it your first time that you hear about that? Do you know anyone that is suffering with that? More and more children, more and more people around the world are having that disorder, and unfortunately they are our main. Can you imagine that? Our men is mostly what is have those that have the problem, our young boys. I am myself a mother of 3 young boys. One is 18. My goodness. Don't ask me how old am I, okay? One is 18, one is 16, and one is 13, gonna turn 14. So 3 big boys. I'm gonna be the shortest. I'm 5'7", and my first one is 6'3" now. You know, taller than that. That is 6'2". So, and my second one is taller than I. I'm 5'7". He's probably in the 6 area too. And my third one is about the same height as me. I think he's 5.5. So that's means he's really short. So that means he's a subject that is really dear to me. Especially I have one that he has special needs. He is not in the autism spectrum. He's not in the autism disorder really, but he had some sign. You know, some people have it really light, some people have it really strong, severe, and some people they are in between. And myself, I've never been diagnosed with anything like that, but when I was younger, learning was a challenge for me, and I always say my faith was able to help me go through my learning. And even now today I use my spiritual my faith, in order to advance, in order to learn, in order to understand. I mean, that is me, okay? That's what I develop in order to dive into the society, in order to help with my learning. So what about you? Do you know anyone that is suffering from autism? That can be, because everybody has someone that they know right now, because a lot of our young people are having that kind of difficulty. They are facing that right now. Okay, so it's the microbiome. We're still studying the microbiota, all the microorganism that is in our body. And in those microorganisms, we have candida, we have viruses, we have bacteria, we have so many different microorganisms that are living in us. And like I told you before, they are 90% of our whole body. Only 10% of cells in our body, and the rest of them are microorganisms. Okay, that's means we have to pay attention to them. We have to consider them, because they are really, really important. Okay, they are really, really important. So when they realize that when there's an imbalance in microorganism, especially in the gut area, there is a different problem that is happening, and that problem affects also the neurological function. And when you talk about autism spectrum disorder, we talk about people that not only autism, we talk about Asperger's syndrome, we talk about Landau-Kleffner syndrome, we talk about pervasive development disorder, or part of ASD. And like I said, 4 more boys are affected than girls. That means for every 4 boys, every 4 girls, there will be at least 1 boy that will have it. Every 4 boys, there will be at least 1 boy that have that. That's a lot. And all of your disorders share common features, such as communication problem. Yeah, we see that a lot of children that have that disorder problem, they are really hard to communicate with other people. In fact, my child, when I wanted to know more about him, is like, when I realized that he has difficulty doing eyes-to-eyes contact, he had a hard time looking in my eyes. And for the communication, that was hard. For example, he would like to watch the same music or the same TV over and over. And also on the table, if you put the food, if you put it in such a place, when whatever is there is for him, nobody else can sit down at the same place, because he considered that is his place, that nobody else should sit there. And whatever, I'm telling you, whatever you put in that place, whatever place is there, he doesn't care. This isn't mine, that's mine. That's how they are, you know. And they are also altered social relationships, so he will mostly go to his corner, you know, being alone. He likes to be alone. Restricted interest, because they don't have vast interest. They don't really go into things. They don't really want to discover new things. They mostly want to stay in their corner. Okay. And also they have a behavioral disturbance, or my child will always say no. You always say no. For why? Why are you saying no? They don't know. They just want to say no. They want to impose themselves sometimes, you know. It depends on the children, and depends also how affected they are, how affected the brain is. The kids, they don't know why. They don't know why they are that. But what they realize that a lot of those children, their mother has a stress. There is a stressor. Usually, when the mother is pregnant, they will leave some kind of stress, some kind of strong emotion. That's why they sometimes become like that. the mother was living. We don't say, they don't say exactly this is the reason, but this is what they realize, that a lot of those children, their mother probably faced something that was hard. It's not 100%, but a lot of them. I can't remember exactly on the percentage, but a lot of them. That's why I always say to the mother, be careful when you are pregnant, what you're thinking, what you're asking, what you're watching, what you're eating, everything will influence the child that you are having, because you are giving life, and that the child that you have in your womb is being nourished by the words that you are saying. They even say now you can, you can try to, say good words about the child that you are bearing. You can talk to them. They can feel. It's not because they are in your womb that they cannot feel. They can feel. In fact, this morning I was telling in the live that in Haiti, when I was in Haiti, one of my cousins was working at a beauty salon. And black people, when having relaxers in those days was really, really common. And she went to get your hair relaxed, and she wanted your hair to be really straight. And then it was burning, and they said, "Ma'am, it's time to wash." It's like, no, not yet. We have to leave it because I want my hair to be really nice and straight when I'm gonna have the babies. And after they wash out your hair, she had a hole in your scalp, and I mean, she get burned. And when she gave birth, the baby was born literally with like a plague, with something in your head. So you see how important it is, like when you are bearing a child, to be able to be aware of what you are saying, what you are doing, like I said, what you're washing, because what you wash gonna bring emotion to you. Your body reacts to what you wash. You never see that you're watching a movie. Tell me if that happened to you. You're watching a movie and you literally feel you are so much in the movie that you feel like you start crying. You feel like it's so true. Like you are watching is so true. Let me know if that happened to you. That happened to me. So that's mean the emotion that you are basically living, the movie that you are basically watching, you are living it, right? Your whole cells react to it. So that's why you have to be careful when you're pregnant and watching a movie, and what kind of movie what you're watching, because basically your baby is watching it with you. He doesn't really have an eyes and see it, but he is feeling the emotion that you are having. And those emotions, it's not only when you're pregnant, it's for every single thing in life. Even though when you're not pregnant, you are basically feeding yourself, you're basically nourishing yourself, you're basically scribing, that's in writing in your cell, in your DNA, all that you watch, all those things that is being onto you. Especially when you have the headset and you have that and you're working with that, oh my goodness, that is really powerful. It's basically being hypnosis. Basically that you are writing everything in yourself, in your brain. Okay, so let's continue. So they find that the microbiota of children that have autism, they have an imbalance. Okay, and most of them, I don't know if you realize that, if you know someone that have autism, they mostly have a gut problem. It can be constipation, it can be diarrhea, they can have sometimes gluten intolerance, sometimes any kind of gastrointestinal problem. They will mostly have it, or often they will have that kind of problem. So that's why they find out that microbiota is really, really important. So when it's imbalanced, they find there is an imbalance with all of those children that have that kind of disorder. So, and what they try to do is to change also, they try to make a treatment with probiotic. They try to make a treatment to restore that, try to balance the microbiome. It doesn't mean that the kids gonna be better, but at least they're trying to do, because all of them anyway, most of them, they have the metabolic activity of the change in their metabolic activity of the gut microbiota. So there's more studies that are being done, and then but for right now, that's what they realize. Okay, and another problem that with the microbiota imbalance is the anxiety anxiety disorders. So a lot of like people that have anxiety disorder, they realize that too. And right now, the way we are living, a lot of people is living with anxiety. A lot of people are living with depression. A lot of people are living with those kind of disorder. In fact, I'm just telling myself, I think we are in a generation of people that are anxious and depressed. Yeah, I don't know if it's the stress of life, but also one thing that I know is like the food that we are eating that is so processed, is so sugary, it's so unnatural, that is leaking out vitamin B in our body. First of all, when you're stressed, so much is leaking out vitamin B. Your body has a more demand of vitamin B when you're stressed out. Plus the food that you're eating, the unprocessed, the sugary food that you are eating is also causing a lack of vitamin B. And whenever you talk about vitamin B, it is your nervous system. And anxiety is mostly your nervous system. It's your nervous system that is being attacked. So by the way, if you haven't seen my live about breathing, I encourage you to go and get them, because I spend almost the half of the month of March doing breathing session, because breathing helps you. It helps to calm your nervous system. It helps you to feel better. It helps to relax. And when you relax, it normally decreases your anxiety. It normally decreases your depression. Okay, so yes, we are living in an era where anxiety and stress, depression, you name it, is really, really high and stressed out. Okay, first, the food that we are eating does not help your body to be calm, because whenever you eat an unprocessed food, it is stress in the body also. I want you to realize that it is a stress, because the body is making a lot of effort to digest your food. The body is making a lot of effort to try to accept it. Because when you eat something that is unnatural, when you eat something that is inorganic, when you eat something that is not naturally in nature, your body usually accepts it. He takes it, but doesn't mean that he's absorbed it. He has to do something with it. He has to bring it somewhere. And that's why some of the time you're going to have other kind of problem, a build-up somewhere, because the body, you are giving the body something that he is not used to, that is not in nature. And the body does not know what to do with it. He accepts it, he forced. In some cases, there is an intolerance with it, and he doesn't accept it at all. But in most cases, he will accept it, but he will put it somewhere. Okay, so the food that you are eating in one. Second, do you realize what kind of movie mostly that we are watching, or what kind of video game that our children are doing? It's usually violent and stressful. So when you are watching those kind of things, it's making your body stressed. It's actually like you're living it. Like I said before, you're watching a movie and you feel really emotional, you feel really like you're crying, or you feel happy, you feel good about it. It's your emotion that is really, it's your cell that is really living what you're watching. So let me know if you knew about that. Let me know if you never think about everything every time that you watch a movie, or whether you feel like crying, or whether you feel sensitive or feel happy. That is your cell that's reacting. Let me me know if you knew about that. I did not myself knew about that. You're basically living what you are watching. That's all that you are doing. You are living it. And remember that your cells has memory. You are able to, your cells are able to memorize things that you are giving them. And that's why sometimes you go to on a diet, you are doing perfectly well for the first days, for the first week sometimes, for the first month sometimes. And then all of a sudden you go back to it. It's because the cells has memory. That's it. It's because it has memory. That's why also people has addiction. It's not because sometimes they're weak or they don't want to change. Usually they really want to change because nobody wants to see them like, I mean, some people, they're addicted to something and they know that it's not doing well to their body, but they still do it. Why? It's because their cells are really strong and the cells has memory that remember the taste, the smell, the texture and everything. So that's why you have to realize what you are making your body accustomed to. Okay, good. So, anxiety disorders are characterized by both physical symptoms, such as palpitations, digestive spasm, but also psychic symptoms, such as anxious, anticipation, hypervigilance. Yes, I mean, I experiment those things. I experiment them. After I had my car accident, I don't know you guys if you know that, I have a really bad car accident. In fact, I still have scar of that in my eyebrows because I get hit by the car. It's knocking my knees. I fall on the ground and I have a head trauma. So after that, I will basically wake up at night and I will be shaking and I will be having like nausea. I want to vomit. I will have diarrhea and I will shake and I will be scared for no reason, no evidence of anything. Okay, it's basically I had panic attack. Why? Because of the trauma that I have, because I hurt my head. Okay, so when somebody has an anxiety disorder, anxiety and panic attack and hypervigilance, because hypervigilance is like you are so extremely cautious. Okay, everything makes you like, oh my goodness. I was like that after my car accident. Whenever I hear the tires or whenever I hear a car somewhere, and I will be shaking, you know, and I will be really I mean, it was tough. It was hard for me after the car accident. That's how I will react. So it's all part of anxiety and symptoms of being having the anxiety disorder. And they say the intestinal microbiota is thought to play a role in regulating anxiety symptoms linked to stress through the microbiota gut-brain axis. So I talked about that the other day, about the gut and brain connection through the vagus nerve. So that means whatever you think will go through your gut, it will affect your gut, and vice versa. Whatever you have in your gut will affect your brain. It will affect the way you think. So there is a relation between both of them. Yes, so now you understand that whenever you're eating crap, whenever you're eating things that are not good, processed, salty, greasy, you name it, you are eating and putting in your belly, those kind of things will develop, those kind of bacteria, and those kind of bacteria will make you having not such a clarity thinking. Yes, it's affected. So that's why when you're eating, you try your best to eat in high energy level kind of food. And the best high energy kind of food that you are eating are food that are unprocessed, or food that is full with enzyme. And enzyme means that the food that you are eating did not eat no heat, no boiling. Sometimes we cook, but we usually eat so much heat in our food that it definitely just disturb or kill all the microorganism that is in your food. It's literally kill that. So that's why I mean when I said is we should eat a really highly energetic food. Okay, highly energy food. Okay, good. Let's continue. The microintestinal brain interaction will involve on the one hand the neurological pathway by the activation of the vagus nerve and the anxiety sign. We have so much anxiety sign that is going up and down. For example, you have a sensation of a lump in the belly. And on the other hand, the bloodstream by the transport of molecule from the gut to the brain. So the blood, does first the sensation, there is sending signal to the brain. Then you have the bloods, all those enzymes, all those hormones that is going from the blood to the brain. Okay, so and we have also bacteria molecule which are able to cross the envelope of the brain. Yes, we talked about that yesterday. We talked about our guts and the gut up in the mouth, and we find out that whenever there is an imbalance in the mouth, in the bacteria in the mouth, what's gonna happen is can even affect your brain and your heart. Oh yes, brain and your heart. So that's means some microorganisms, some bacteria are able to go to the brain. It crosses the envelope of the brain called the meninges. So molecules secreted there is some molecules that are secreted by the gut. Okay, so that are either pro-inflammatory molecule called cytokines. That is produced by the defense of the intestine. So I have told you that the gut itself has a 100,000 billion of microorganisms, 100,000 billion of bacteria, and those bacteria, they are really, really powerful. When there is an imbalance, there is inflammatory. So when the good bacteria is really balanced in the gut, you have less inflammation. So nothing, like all that I'm saying is for knowledge, teaching purposes, is not there to diagnose, is not there to heal, is not there to treat. If you have any problem, so you can contact your doctor about it. Make sure if I say anything in that live, but it's not my intent to diagnose you. You should go and talk to your doctor to know if you have anxiety disorder or things. I'm not treating. I'm just sharing the knowledge that I got. Okay, what they say about it. Okay, so meanwhile, if you want to go to a natural way to help you with life, to help you to eat better, that you might feel more calm, more relaxed, that will be a pleasure for me to come and get you. A pleasure for me to come and talk to you. I'm gonna put a link below. Like that, you can in the link you can get me. You can reach out to me for a free 15-minute consultation. Okay, a free 15-minute consultation. That will be a pleasure from me. And also, so we talk about all the different kind of microbiome that we have, and you know that you have microbiome also in your skin, you have microbiome also in your hair and in your scalp. And if you are a kind of person that really want to take good care of your skin and of your hair, I do have really nice products that I make. I have oils. Oh my goodness, where did I put the oils? I have oils, I have butters to do in your hair. I put the website that you can choose whatever you want. You can even message me if you have if you need anything else. You can message me if you want a coaching to know how to take care of your hair, how to take care of yourself. Okay, Good. Meanwhile, I'll let you go and have a great weekend. So we're gonna come back then on Monday to Friday, weekday at 6 p.m. We have our English live. Okay, good. So see you and have an excellent weekend. And remember, take care of yourself, take care of your gut by eating well, thinking well, living well, and meanwhile, go get your products to make your hair long, healthy, luscious, and take care of the bacteria in your scalp that my scalp might grow. Okay, so have a great weekend. Bye. Remember to share and to comment. I will still answer in the comment.